AH-64E. This is the top of the line for China at 13.0, and it's in the same line as the Z10Me or ME. I've covered this one previously, but this is the other 13.0 helicopter available, and it's obviously an American Apache. And I was finally able to research this one, and I was looking forward to playing this machine because I've seen a lot of players using this helicopter in the games, and this has been my first time really trying this out. So here it is. Let's go through it a little bit and cover some of the good and negative parts about this helicopter. My personal experience has been very positive. I really enjoy this machine. It flies really well, really good controls. You have all the tools that you need to be successful. We'll start with the missiles. Of course, you have 16 Hellfire. Sorry, not Hellfire. These are actually right here. Let me point this out. This is the missile that we're using. AGM-179 JAGM MR IR air-to-ground missile. So decent speed, not the fastest missile in the world, but really long range. You can have up to 16 kilometers of guaranteed launch range, which is huge. I've never been that far, and I don't think it's very effective. By the time you reach the heights that you need to actually see a target that far away, you will be killed way before anything like that happens. So these numbers are not really a good way to tell whether the missile is good, because in the game it's just nearly impossible to use it at those distances. 4.8 kilograms of TNT, 340 meters a second travel time, very good penetration, 1200 millimeters at certain angles. So a very good missile, and you get 16 of them. This is the thing about the Apaches, is that they are able to carry the most missiles of all the helicopters, even more so than the Russian one, like the Mi-28 and M. It can only carry up to 8, even though the missiles are excellent and are probably better than these. The Apache carries 16, which is very high. This is the most of all the helicopters in the game with the fire and forget missiles, and it's really good. It's nice to have so much extra ammo available to you and to be able to carry this all and to not compromise with anything, because the way of the Apache design, and I like this very much, is that it doesn't take extra space to carry the air-to-air missiles. Now these are Stingers, air-to-air missile, and you have them on the tips of the wings like this. You have 2 of them here, and you have 2 on the other side as well. And they don't occupy any additional pylons on your wings, so you don't have to choose whether you're gonna bring ATGMs or you're going to bring AA missiles. It's just there, it has its own spot, and it doesn't occupy extra room. Excellent design. I wish more helicopters had that ability, but alas, we have it just in the game for the Apaches, and that's a really big plus, having that design. In terms of ATGMs, these I already looked up at the stats, but I've had a really good performance. So whenever they connect, they do a good pen. Sometimes it doesn't work. One missile hits the target and it doesn't kill. It doesn't finish the job. It does penetrate well. It does hit the targets really good, but oftentimes it's not enough to kill the target. So a lot of times I'll be using 2 at a time, especially on tanks. If you see a soft target, like an AA system or a light tank, then 1 is enough, most of the time. But if it's a tank, you need to fire off a couple, just to kind of ensure that the target gets destroyed, because 1 is often not enough. AA missile, the Stingers are not very good, but at least you have something. They can do at least scare a target away and maybe give it a try to take it down, like a jet passing you by and you fire this off right behind them. it can at least try to do something, but most of the time they are not very effective. I found that simple flares seems to work enough to make them lose track, so don't rely on these very much, but it's nice to have them. In terms of performance, this helicopter is really good. It does everything you need. It's just the right weight. If you need to get out of the position and hide yourself and go into a hiding spot, you can do that very quickly. You have a lot of countermeasures. You have an IRCM included here. It has a couple of areas actually. For some reason it doesn't show here, but if as soon as I go into the X-ray, you can see it. There's the IRCM block. There's a couple here on the wings. But as soon as I take this off, it doesn't show. Maybe I just need to upgrade this to the cover. Maybe that's the reason it's not showing up yet, but it's there. And of course you have a 30mm gun, which is very useful to have, and an absolute must. Anything above 11.0, you need to have a good gun. So Apache does have that, which is very nice because you can face off against jets and helicopters that come at you. And overall, yes, very good. And also, of course, we can't forget the radar on top, which again is very hard to use in the game. I've used it once in a while, but most times you really don't have time to be paying attention to the radar, but that's just me. Maybe it's just me. But that's the Apache. We're gonna take this into the game and see just how well it performed. I must say that it wasn't easy to get these games for today's video. I do not have a very strong lineup for China yet. My highest is a 10.3 VT4. But once I was able to actually get airborne with enough points, the helicopter performed really well. So I'm gonna just jump in and show you exactly how it went down. Looks like my teammate needs some help here. Anybody else need help? Nobody around me? Okay. Oh, we got a couple of swimmers. Not sure if I'll be able to do anything with those, but send them off anyway. Okay, nice. I was able to get them nice. No penetration. Okay. We'll just have to live with that. Just for this guy. Beautiful contact. We have a raw 66 coming here. I'm gonna send a couple of these missiles at him, but for some reason they don't seem to be working against the air targets for me. Even if I fire up 16 at the same time, it just doesn't seem to work very well. Not sure why. Yep, he's still alive.
200. Height, 100
Not anymore.
meters.
Somebody spotted over here behind the bushes. I can't really tell who it is. I can't lock on him yet, so I need to get a visual just like that. Perfect. Somebody was just trying to shoot me too. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot off a couple just to ensure that it does finish the job, because it seems that the first shot, just like that, you see? It makes the first connection, but it never finishes the job. Oh, nice. I got 2 targets there. Yeah, it seems to be the magic number with these fire and forget missiles. You kind of need to fire up too. We have a runaway jet here. I'll send off the Stinger after him. Looks like 2 of our jets are on their way to intercept. Go get them, boys. They did end up actually getting him, so I was able to get back to my job. I wasn't able to make any of those connections, unfortunately. And that's a lot of SPAs with a lot of radars. And they are hiding. I think the bridge is probably getting in the way, right in the path of the missile. That's why I wasn't able to get him. Just firing off as much as I can at these guys, since I'm so close to the helipad. I was able to get 1 connection. Okay, got the second. I'll take it. Not bad.
Attention to the designated grid square.
One of my favorite maps for helicopters here. You can do a lot of good work. You have plenty of room to work with and lots of areas to hide behind, and you're also out of the view for most of the SPAs. I would say this is probably the most perfect helicopter map in the game. There's a few good ones, but this is one of the top ones. You always make that one first shot, and it's a good shot, but it's not enough to destroy the target, so that's why I find that you always need to send a couple. Nice. The first target escaped. Terminator. Something else, I don't know what it is. P. That's enough for me. Excellent. Double excellent. Triple excellent. Oh. I don't think I actually had enough time to do it anyway. Okay, jet coming in. 2S38. Perfect. Okay, we have a revenge jet. It's coming right at me too. Yep, you got me. This is my backup, same game. He shut down my missile. I wasn't able to really make any connections, unfortunately. Is this my nemesis here? Let's see. Nope, somebody else. My nemesis did end up dying at the end of the game, so I believe I did get the credit for it. Quick peek, then go down right away. You gotta go with these systems. No, that's a S1 Pansage. Firing off as much as I can. Got the first one, second one, beautiful. Our team didn't do so well in this game. We ended up losing. We have a mountain goat here. Let's see if we can take him off. He won't be bothering our team anymore. Okay, we have another jet.
Height 200 meters.
Yeah, the Stingers are not very effective. But the 30mm is. Terminator. Oops. I fired it off just a side. I ended up killing my teammate by mistake, unfortunately, but I have no control over these missiles. Once they go out, they're on their own. I did apologize and explained it to him. Hopefully he wasn't too upset. Okay, looks like I picked off a target here behind the forest. Hopefully the missile finds him. Beautiful thing. Abrams. Just a touch. Looks like a Terminator again. There's the Abrams. Fire off a few of them. A few missiles at him. Okay, got the BMPT. Still at the wrong PR at this point. Very strong machine. Needs to go up in VR. Nice.
Attention to the designated grid square.
This one is one of the worst maps for helis, but somehow I end up decent games whenever I need, whenever I'm making videos. I do end up getting a few kills here and there. And this is just one of those games. Very hard to work with this map because it's impossible to see anything. There's just too much cover. Okay, he survived that. Double shot. Panzer. Oh, of course, we have a spawn protection. Like always. Okay, we got a couple of targets. Hopefully the missiles find them. The missile finds them. Okay, one got shot down. But the second one made a connection. Beautiful. Oh, we have automatic. T90 is down. Automatic is down. Beautiful. Yeah, you know where I am, I know. That's why I'm avoiding that spot. I see some movements. But he's right behind the buildings and I can't do anything. And that's the challenge with this map, is that there's just way too much cover for helicopters to do much. But it looks like something's over here. I'm just gonna fire this off. We're almost lost too. That's a nice surprise. I didn't think I was gonna hit anything. This is also a difficult map, but I ended up having a couple of good kills. These guys hiding behind hills are the most prized targets for helicopters to take out because they're holding a strong position. It's hard to take them on ground. So having a helicopter kind of do this kind of work is very effective in clearing the areas. 2S25, I believe. Something soft. Oh no, it's a Swedish boy. I can't tell if this thing is alive or dead. Oh, it's definitely not the right target. But the problem is sometimes you get locked on and you can't change it. And you have to basically fire off a missile. So I'm just gonna have to waste one and send the other. Beautiful. So there we are. That's AH-64E for China. It's identical to the USA and I believe Japan and probably even Great Britain. I haven't gotten there yet, but that's the good thing about China, is that you are able to try different machines from different countries, all in the same tree, all in the same nation. And that's kind of nice to have, because I was able to experience two different 13.0 helicopters. And this is my latest one, the Apache E version. So I really enjoyed this one. As you can see, I was able to perform decently and get some good numbers, and I really would recommend this one if you're trying to work your way up to this helicopter. It's going to deliver. You're gonna start to really enjoy the fire and forget missiles, but until then the grind goes with the Hellfire 2s, and it's not bad at all. It's just that you have to take some time to get to this point. So that's the helicopter of the day for today. We'll see what the next one brings us. Have a good day. Cheers.